We are at the National Quartet Convention. With me, the members of Forgiven, and standing right next to me, Cloyd Baker, and we want to welcome you to Gospel Music Today.
Well, thank you so much. It's great to be here with you today and sharing the gospel and song.
We're going to ask you to introduce the other members of the group.
Well, this is my wife, Debbie, and Brian Worley is the other member of our group, sings tenor, lead, and sometimes baritone.
Okay. Whatever he needs to do, he'll do.
That's right. He's a low man on the totem pole, so when Debbie and I get tired of singing the part, we let him do it.
Okay. Now, I want to talk to these guys in just a second, but before I do, we want to know a little bit about the heritage of this group, because there are some names that people are going to recognize here.
Well, we're very fortunate that the Lord has blessed us down through the years with some of what we think is the finest gospel groups. Debbie, when I met Debbie, was singing and playing with the Weatherford Quartet out of Oklahoma. I was traveling with a group out of Indiana called the Bill Gaither Trio, and young Brian here has already had a couple years singing with the great Stamps Quartet. So we've been fortunate to sing with some of the greatest.
To say the least. Let me get Debbie over here just a little closer.
Sure.
How did you guys meet?
Well, I was traveling with the Weatherfords, and we did some concerts together with the Bill Gaither Trio, and was it Henry and Hazel?
Yeah.
I think, and the Weatherfords, and it was on the East Coast. We actually grew up about 3 hours from each other, but we met in Wilmington, Delaware. And that's where my husband said I fell madly in love with him. But it was on the road when we were both singing.
That's nice. Let me get Brian over a little closer. Brian, welcome to Gospel Music Today.
Thanks, Ken. Good to be here.
Did you grow up singing Southern gospel?
Yes, sir. My parents both sang, and we had a little family group, and just grew up in that. So, been singing all my life.
How did you get connected with these guys?
Well, I was close to them and found out their current singer was leaving, and they called me up, and I was ready to make a change, and here I am.
Thanks, Brian. Let me get Cloyd back up here. I want to ask you about recording and those things, but I have to tell you one thing. We saw you in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, just a few weeks ago, and we had never seen a longer set by Forgiven. You know, we really got to see a little of the personality, and the humor really impressed us. You know, not over the top, but I'm a believer that kind of thing is what opens the door, and we really appreciated that.
Well, thank you for the compliment. It has nothing to do with me. I use the situations that I'm in, and I speak what's on my mind, which God, I hope, places there, and what comes out, comes out, and we give him the honor and glory when it works, and when it don't, it's my fault.
Well, it adds a lot, and it makes a difference to the personality of the group. Have you guys been recording?
We are set to go in the recording studios in the next month. We're going to do a Christmas album, which is a little late than we wanted to, but with Brian and everything, and then we're going to do another recording. And then we are going to do a video between now and January. So, yes, we're going to be rather busy.
That'll be busy. We'd better check the Forgiven website then and keep up to date. What is that?
Well, you better let Debbie do that.
ForgivenTrio.com.
Okay. Well, for all the members of Forgiven, thank you very much for talking to us on Gospel Music Today.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you very much.
There's more coming up on Gospel Music Today.